How to do keyword research for your Google Ads campaign. In this tutorial, I'm going to walk you through step by step the different tools that I use and the strategies that I implement to do keyword research for my clients. Now, the first question I ask is always, what is the goal? Am I trying to generate leads or sales? Likely, that's the reason why I'm running Google Ads campaigns. But having clarity on the specific goal is important. And then two, what is the budget? So if your budget is limited, let's say between $1,000 and $3,000, you're going to really focus on hyper targeted keywords, high intent keywords, and you will not have much room to test other keywords. Now, the first thing I want to focus on is the type of keywords that we can go after. There are different types of keywords. We have informational keywords, commercial keywords, and then transactional keywords. And that actually shows where is the person, in what area of the funnel they are. So someone that is looking just for information, they don't know about your brand yet, they're searching really for broad terms, they're trying to just learn more. Someone that is using commercial keywords is really considering their options. Maybe they're comparing products, they might actually already be looking for a brand name. And then someone that is on the transactional mindset, it's just ready to buy. So they are looking for specific products or services, they're looking for deals, and they're using keywords that are hinting that they're ready to buy. Another set of keywords, navigational keywords. These are keywords that hint that the person is looking for a specific page. So for example, they are looking for United Healthcare Portal or like Amazon shipping policy or maybe whatever brand name support. Clearly, they are not looking to buy, and these are not people that we want to be targeting. So what does this look like in e-commerce? So for example, someone looking for best running shoes, it's very much in a awareness stage. Is like starting to find information. They're not sure what they're looking for. That's about it. Now, someone looking for Adidas running sneakers, they're definitely more on that commercial stage, like more middle funnel, because they're already looking for a brand. They're being more specific about, what they're actually looking for. And then someone that looks for discount Adidas Ultra Boost is being very specific, right? Like they are looking for a specific product, a brand, and looking for a discount. Now let's look at an example for a service provider. So let's say plumbing. Someone looking for how to fix a leaky faucet, they might be looking to hire as a service, or they might look for videos of how to fix it themselves. Now, someone looking for a best rated plumbing service is hinting commercial, right? They are more middle of the funnel. They might be comparing services. They're already looking for that solution. Someone looking for emergency plumbing repair is transactional. This is an emergency, right? They are looking for someone right now. This would be like bottom of the funnel, ready to purchase. Now that we understand how keywords work and how they fall throughout the funnel, I want to talk about the different tools that you can use during your keyword research. The first thing I do, if I have access to the account and the account already has campaigns, I go there. I look at the data, I try to figure out, okay, what worked, what didn't, what type of search terms I was, seeing, and really try to use that as stage one of my research. I also go to the website. I go to the website of my client and I look at what are the products that they're offering, how they're referring to those products. So that's a great place to start. Another thing that you can do is just do Google search. So literally, Google search is amazing. You can type kitchen remodeling and then you will see different queries, and you might find good ideas just by doing that. Another one is doing the Google Search Console. So you can actually see what type of queries, what type of terms did people use to come to your site organically. That is super powerful, great place to start. Another one is ChatGPT. We live in the world of AI, and I actually use it for keyword research too. You can use a prompt like this one, like I need keyword research for my Google Ads campaign. The goal of my campaign is, generate leads. This is my product. I like to give information about my target audience, and then say provide a list of high intent, transactional, and commercial keywords. And I actually go ahead and said exclude informational and navigational keywords. Those don't matter to me. So let's see that how it works on an example. So I have it that here, and I'm asking for plumbing, and thinking, and it's going to give me a list of keywords. Here we can see, okay, high intent keywords is giving me great ideas. 24 hours plumbing service in Miami. Specific keywords like drain cleaning, so that could be a good one if I have an ad group about that, or toilet repair. So these are really good ones. And then I also ask give me some keywords that I want to exclude from my campaigns, and it already gave me a great list that I would want to implement. When we're doing keyword research, we're not just focusing on the keywords that I'm going to be adding and like targeting, but actually the keywords that I don't want to show my ads for. So someone looking for a tutorial, free, do it yourself, those are just not terms that I want to be showing my ads for, because these are not people that are going to buy from me. So it's a great way to avoid wasting budget. Another great tool is the keyword planner. So I'm actually going to walk you through in this video how I use Google's keyword planner. Is a free tool inside your Google Ads account, and how you can use it too to do the research for your keywords. As you can see, there are plenty of free tools that you can leverage during your research. Now, I also do use SEMrush and other paid tools for my clients, but I would say you do not have to pay for tools, because there is a lot of amazing research that you can do just with the tools that I just talked about. Before we jump into the Google Keyword Planner, I think it's important to keep in mind and understand, how does campaigns structure look like? It's a good place to start so that you go into your keyword research with the right mindset. So here, for example, we have med spa services is going to be my campaign, and I have a query like best med spas in Miami. And I will have different ad groups. For example, I might want to have an ad group that is just general, spas near me, best spas in Miami, luxury spa experience. And then I want to have maybe an ad group that is about specific services. So it could be one for massages, and just have best massage Miami, relaxation massage. Maybe I have a maternity massage or prenatal massage. So I can actually group those there. And then I can have one that is all about facials. Now, depending on my budget, is whether I will wanna break things out even more. I don't know, have one ad group for just maternity massages and another one that is for couples massages, because of course the ad copy is going to look different. But if you're just starting out, I would say condense and then expand. Like, start with the seed terms, and then if you see that you're constantly showing your ads to people that are looking for couples massages, you can then include those keywords in, and there is always opportunity to expand your targeting. And then we have one that is, let's say, for facials. So I will want to have negative keywords that avoid cross-contaminating kind of things. So my general ones can really exclude anything that has massage and facial. I don't know about sauna, but yeah, massage and facial. And then the ad group that is all about massages, I might want to exclude more of the general terms, and so on. That way, the data is going to come clean or cleaner, and it's going to be easier to see what works within your campaign. Now let's jump into the Google Ads account. We're going to go into Tools, Keyword Planner, and then you're going to have an option to do discover new keywords or get search volume forecast. If you already have a list of keywords, maybe from the other research tools that you use, that you want to see what is the search volume, you can copy those keywords and then just paste them here, and then put get started, and it's going to give you amazing information about what is the search volume on a monthly basis and so on. The other way to do it is the discover new keywords, and this is what we are going to do now. I'm going to use spa services. So when I did spa services, you can see, this is pretty cool. And we can see also that we have the option to refine by keywords. I'm going to remove this for now. You have a lot of keywords that appear, right? So there is like over 700 keywords. Now, we are not going to be going after all those keywords, of course. So we have to think about, what are the keywords that have high volume? We need volume in order to get enough data in the account to optimize it. So we need to drive conversions. If we don't do that, your campaigns are going to continue spending, and they're not going to be able to actually, scale and be in a place where you're optimizing and making them better, like more profitable actually. So at the beginning, campaigns are likely not going to be profitable. You want to get to profitability, and to do so, you need volume. So you want to focus on keywords that have volume, but ideally lower competition, or they're not as expensive. So this is also something to keep in mind as we're doing the research. The first thing I will do is update this, because I'm not looking at the US, I'm really just looking at Miami. So I'm going to update this, remove, and put Miami. Then I have the option to change the language. I'm gonna keep it as English. Whether I am running ads on Google or Google and the search partners, which honestly, I highly recommend to start with Google. There is always opportunity to add the search partners into the mix, but I haven't really seen campaigns that perform as well. And a lot of the times when you add the search partners from the beginning, what ends up happening is that a lot of your budget just goes into those sites instead into Google. And you really are trying to advertise on Google, right? I would say stick to Google. And then you can actually change here the time frame. So I am looking right now at the past 12 months, but I can change this and adjust, and maybe I want to just look at the summer or a specific time frame, so I can also adjust that here. Now you will see there is like this trend that basically shows what is the search volume like. It looks like throughout the year it's like it stays the same. There is not much trend, but if I look at something like, let's say, Christmas decor, as you can see, huge dip, right? In October, it starts going up, but throughout the year, it's super, super low. So depending on the service or product that you have, you want to be looking at seasonality too, and whether the volume is steady throughout the year or not. We're gonna go back to our example of the med spa, and we have the location, language, the time. This is great, and we're gonna start here. I actually like to organize my keywords this way, where I get to see highest search volume keywords first and then everything under. Just to give you a little bit of an overview of this, we will have our average monthly search volume in here, and then we also have top of the page speed, low range, and high range. So this actually means that it's how much historically advertisers pay per click. So it's giving me an idea of how much I need to be willing to pay, to bid on a keyword in order to show my ad. I like to stay somewhere in the middle, especially if I don't have a lot of budget. I will start with somewhere in the middle and then optimize as my campaign gets more data. If I'm bidding too low and I see that I'm not getting enough volume and my campaigns are not being able to get the clicks and get conversions, I might increase my bid, especially if I know that's the keyword that it really matters. I might increase my bid just to improve my chances. And there are other things that you want to do too. It's not just your bid. You want to make sure that your ad copy is fantastic, like killer ad copy, that you are having the right keywords and everything else. Now, if you're interested in learning about ad copy, check the description because I'm going to have a video that walks you through that. We have our keywords here. As you can see, massages near me, really, really high. So this is great. I might want to say, okay, I do want to have an ad group that is for massages. So I'm going to add it into my tab. We'll start here. Okay, so I'm going to have my massage ad group. Then going down, I already see about facial. So same thing, I will say, okay, facials, if someone is looking for facial, I also want to have an ad group about facials. And the good thing about dividing my keywords this way is that my ad copy can be super specific. I can really nail down everything about facials versus massages with my ad copy. Someone looking for a medical spa. This is like basically a med spa. Let's see, medic spa, interesting. So between these two, are very similar. It's actually the same. And then we have med spa, basically the same. But interesting, med spa has lower search volume versus medical spa. So if I'm between the two, I don't need both keywords, because the reality is, especially how keyword matches work, and I'm not gonna go too much in depth in this video, but if you're interested, check the description because I'm gonna have a video that walks you through the different match types and how those behave. You don't need super similar keywords, like medical spa or med spa is the same thing, and Google is going to show your ad whether you target one or the other keyword. So I'm just gonna go with medical spa, and this is going to be like my general ad group, just because again, has more search volume. All right, other things that we can do is we could potentially put couples massage, if I wanna do that, into my massages. So I can have couple massages. Maybe I can do something like, oh, this is a cool one, like day spa is also very good. If I want to focus, let's say, on deep tissue massage also a good one. So I can decide, okay, I want to add that one as well in here. And same thing for facials. So I might want to do, let's say that I don't have a Chinese massage. This is a good example. So I don't have a Chinese massage. I can actually add that one as a negative keyword. I don't want to be showing Chinese massages because my med spa might not be offering it. So at the end of the day, when we are doing keyword research, we are not just finding the right keywords I want to target, but also I'm trying to find keywords that I want to exclude, because a lot of the time we put our energy into the keywords that we want to target, but the ones that will really help you save money and honestly stay targeted are negative keywords. So tanning salon, I don't have tanning, I do not offer tanning as a service, so I can actually remove that one. We have the hot stone, that's good. Let's see if I find someone for facial. So maybe I will just go and add now facial treatment and then see if I get additional keywords for facial that I can add. For example, here we have facial exfoliator, so maybe that's something that I offer. Okay, so here, let's say that I offer a hydrofacial. That's one keyword that I would actually want to add under my set here for the facials. So I want to basically group keywords by theme. I can have one that is more general, and then I will have the other ones that are more specific. For the negative keywords, as I mentioned, you want to be basically adding as many as you can. Definitely add a list of universal keywords like free, at home, and things like that, or how-to courses, tutorials. Like these are really, I would add tutorials, courses, and so on. And then you also want to exclude keywords within ad groups. So I don't want to be showing my massages ads when someone is just looking for facials. And same thing, I don't want to be showing my facials when someone is looking for massages. So we can also use the keywords that we have in our ad groups and exclude them from the other ad groups. The great thing about here is that we can also download the keywords and really, through in Excel, just dive through all the data and try to figure out what keywords do I want. You will want to start very targeted first, and then as your campaign is learning, you can expand your keywords. Now that we have our keywords, I'm going to select a few and I'm going to save them into a plan just to show you another cool tool that is called the forecast. I'm randomly selecting here, so bear with me, but I have added them into a plan. And then I'm going to go into forecast and I'm going to say all save keywords, and this is what it opens. So the forecast tool is very cool. I take it with a grain of salt. I would never really put a plan for my client or use this as the source of truth to basically project anything. But I think it is helpful to see, based on the information that Google has, the keywords that you have selected, what does it think is going to be the amount of conversions that you're going to get? Or you can play around with the budget and might show you how much you can potentially spend overall, and like when is that becomes diminishing, right? Like you're not going to get better results by spending more. So over here I have, okay, I can get in the United States, if I'm being like broad, I can get 87 conversions, spending $900 per month. Now, if I go and change this to Miami, it's gonna go down likely. Yes. So now it's saying I can get up to 12 conversions, and the average CPA, which is the average cost per acquisition, it is calculating it at $81. Now I can play with these metrics. I can say, okay, my conversion rate maybe is higher. Maybe I know that people that come to my site, 5% of them actually convert. So I can actually do that. And based on that, it will change. So you can see now, okay, it's calculating 20 conversions and a much lower cost per acquisition. So it's important, super important, for you to be tracking your website, to have the correct conversion tracking so that you understand, even if you're not actually running ads, you understand what is the conversion rate in your site right now. If you go to, let's say, Google Analytics, can you see, okay, for every single visit that you get, how many people actually book? It helps you understand if there are any issues with your website where people might be coming in and maybe the website is confusing or the process to book is not straightforward, and you can actually fix that before you're running ads. So ideally, you will have an idea of what that conversion rate looks like, and you can play around with your own numbers. But this is pretty cool. Like, it does give you other information based on, this is actually very much giving me based on Miami, and it's telling me based on the zip codes where is the majority of the traffic and where I will be spending the most. And then you can also have this information here. Okay, so now that we have our keywords, we need to think about what type of match type we want to use. If you have a brand new account and a brand new campaign, I recommend that you stick with exact match. It's just going to give you more control, and you will avoid wasting dollars on terms that are just not relevant. Now, if you don't see that you have enough volume, then of course add phrase match, because at the end of the day, volume is super important. You're launching a new campaign, you're trying to gather data as quickly as possible to help you then optimize your campaign. Now, I personally am a fan of having different match types and really testing. So I do also use broad match, especially long tail keywords. You have to have budget and you have to have some data in your account. So definitely to start, just focus on exact and phrase. Once you have enough data, you can actually go into a search terms report that is going to appear under insights and reports within the Google account. This account does not show it because I didn't run any search campaigns here. This is just a test account just to show things, but it's going to be here, and it's super powerful because it will show you what were the search terms that triggered your ads, and you can find new opportunities of keywords there. Also, make sure that you are using negative keywords. This is super important to avoid wasting money. In the description, I added a link to a doc that you can just make a copy and use. It has basically all the universal keywords that likely you don't want to be showing ads for, so make sure that you grab that. And if you learned something in this video, make sure that you hit subscribe and hit the bell to get notified when my next video comes out. I really want to create videos to share the knowledge that I have, the passion that I have for ads, and help you run profitable campaigns.